So today's focus of our stillness session is going to be on belonging. Feeling safe in the body. Feeling safe in the mind. They're quite bold statements. This is a lovely introduction, I hope. So you shouldn't need a huge amount of space for this session. You can see I've laid my yoga mat out. A towel is okay. A blanket is also okay. We're not going to be doing anything too strenuous, anything too crazy. I'd say being able to open your arms out wide is a good judge of having enough space. Maybe be able to swing the arms around. Hi Ryan, welcome, welcome. For this session, you can be seated. You can have your legs crossed. You can have your legs out in front of you, bent. Or we can lie down. Now you can see I've got lots of cushions here. I'm struggling a little bit with my own injury, but I'm just trying to take care of myself and do stuff that's not too strenuous. So, cushions are helpful. They can just be, this is just off my sofa. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. A blanket for when we start to go a little bit more still, less movement on the body. Any cushions you can grab, you are welcome to lie down. All I ask is if you're lying down, we're making sure that there are as many points of the body in contact with the mat. Now, some people like to put a cushion under their knees. So you're very welcome to do this as well if you are lying down. You can also have the feet together. There's lots of options here. I want you to be comfortable. That's the most important thing. If you're near a wall, when we're doing our breath work, you might wish to use the wall. So I'm just going to move this cushion. If you come close to the wall, bringing your back close to the wall, we externally rotate the shoulders. And if you bring those feet together and have the knees pointing out, now they might be a little bit further in front of you, that's okay. This is the closest we get to having a straight, neutral spine. That will really help open up the airways. That's if you have a wall, but no pressure. Again, you might also find it comfortable to use your cushion and put it underneath your hips and open them out. Okay, so this is a stillness session, but we will be inviting in movement to the body. Very gentle movement, might I add. And when I refer to stillness, I refer to an awareness, a general awareness of what's going on in the body, what's going on in the mind. Now, belonging begins with safety. When your nervous system feels safe, the body no longer braces or tenses, the mind no longer scans around, and the heart no longer hides. Without safety, we're just surviving. With it, we are returning to presence, to ourselves. Now, stillness isn't the absence of movement here. It's going to be our return to presence, to the present moment. And then gentle movement that we're going to be including today is simply going to be a way to help your body settle so that stillness can be felt and not forced. So welcome. Today's session is going to work in a series of stages. So it's 45 minutes. It's designed to be able to be done anywhere, really. But somewhere quiet is preferable. But I do like to say if there are distractions or things going on around, it's a good test of that mental presence. So we're going to start with a grounding breath and soothing self-touch. We will then move into breath-led somatic movement. Now, somatic movement is a term that's thrown around quite a lot. And this is basically a practice that is experienced internally and pushed externally. So it's imposed not from the outside, but through internal sensations, how we feel, self-aware movement. So we'll be doing that in coordination with some breath. Then we'll come into a returning, an integration, a gentle body scan, and then stillness and guided rest. Now, just a few things before we start. During the session, please breathe naturally. So there will be some breath counts and breath holds. That's obviously a little bit unnatural, but don't force anything. Work with where your body currently is. If your body does not want to hold the breath, just keep breathing. No judgment here. That's where it needs to be. Any movement, move in a way that feels good. Movements are very simple and adaptations are always going to be offered. Listen to your body. If anything feels uncomfortable, adjust, pause. This will be available on catch-up, so you can always come back to it. And then after the session, it's really important that you take the time to integrate, to notice how you feel. It's also important to perhaps document or write down, just so you can process some of the emotions or the feelings in the body that may have come up. So it's always good to have a notepad around. And then drink water. Keep hydrated. I'm going to have a sip now. Cheers. So yeah, drink water during, before, after. Breathwork can shift energy, so it's really important to stay hydrated. Even taking a walk afterwards can help you integrate. Okay, so when we are ready, we are going to settle in to wherever we are in our space. Now, you can have your knees bent. You can cross your legs like me. Again, you can come close to the wall. Have your legs out in front of you, or together. Or you can simply lie down. Just make sure as much of the body is in contact with the mat, as much of the spine. So tilt the tailbone into the mat, let the arms open out. And we're just going to breathe in through the nose and not forcing, just a relaxed exhale through the mouth. In through the nose. Feel free to close the eyes, soften the gaze, looking ahead, tucking the chin. We're not looking up, we are looking ahead, and relax the shoulders. As we breathe, we want to create as much space between the ears and the shoulders as possible. Try not to let the shoulders rise and fall with the breath. Be aware of the body. Be aware of the breath. And as we breathe, asking the question, where would home feel like in my body today? Where does home feel like in my body today? It's a strange question. Where do you feel comfortable in your body today? Breathing in through the nose and a soft exhale through the mouth. Beginning to anchor ourselves into our body, into the present moment. Feeling the connection between the breath, feeling the connection between the breath and the body, the breath and the mind, and the whole system together. Continuing to breathe in through the nose and a soft exhale through the mouth. Continuing to breathe in this way, I'm going to instruct you with a few options. So the first section, we're going to come into a 5-sigh exhale and inhale. So what I mean by this is we take a big inhale, filling the belly first, then the midsection, then the chest, and then we exhale through the mouth, slowly release. I'm going to do this 5 times. We inhale through the nose. Don't be afraid to make noise. 4 more times. Inhale. Exhale, release. 3 more. Telling the body we're safe with that exhale. 2 more. And a final time. Using that long exhale to settle. You may even have a smile on the face at this point. We're going to bring one hand to the chest and one hand to the belly so we can feel the difference as we breathe, continuing in through the nose and a soft exhale through the mouth. Imagining the breath like a wave into the belly, the midsection, and then the chest. Exhale and reverse. And now we're going to bring both hands, cross them over the body, and we're going to give ourselves a big hug. Just hold ourselves, breathing in and out. Knowing that you already belong. You're already enough. Nothing to prove. Nothing to fix. Not even our breath. We're going to come into some breath counts. So we're going to inhale for 3, hold for 3, creating that bit of stillness, and then a slow, long exhale for 6. Still holding ourselves as we breathe. We're going to do this around 5 times, and I will guide you. And feel free to gently stroke the arms and the hands of the arms, just telling the body that you are safe, you are calm, and you can soften. So breathing in for 3, 2, 1, and hold for 3, 2, 1, and a soft exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in for 3, 2, 1, and hold. 2, 1. Exhale. 6, 5. Soften. 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in. Feel free to swap the arms around. 2, 1, and hold. 2, 1. Exhale. 3, 2, 1. And breathe in. Filling the lungs for 2, 1. And hold. 2, 1. Exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in for 3, 2, 1. Now we hold for 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale and hold. Feel free to stroke your arms, hug yourself. Exhale, release. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Final time, breathe in. Hold. And exhale, release. Empty the lungs. And let's just return now to the natural rhythm of our breath. Now these small gestures like stroking the arms, hugging ourselves, holding ourselves, they send messages of safety and of calm to your body and to your mind. Pair this with the rhythm of the breath. You are bringing that feeling of safety to your body. We're just going to take a moment to reconnect with our natural rhythm of breath. Now again, this can be in through the nose and out through the mouth, or in through the nose and out through the nose. There's no pressure here, no need to count. Just taking a moment to see which part of your body you feel most at home with today. And breathing, feeling everything connected. Again, there's nothing to prove, nothing to fix. And we're acknowledging that the same energy that made the stars, that made the plants, that makes the sun and the moon, that same energy moves through you, through your breath. You already belong. You're already a part of the whole. Breathing, belonging. And wherever we are, whether we're laying down, cross-legged, I want you to reach the arms up above the head. We're going to clasp the hands together, even if we are laying down right now. And we're going to push the palms out. We're going to stretch the feet out if we're laying down and the arms out. Really stretch through the body as we inhale. And we exhale, we're going to hug the knees into the chest. So we're coming up to a seated position now. We're going to hold those knees into the chest. Again, this is a small gesture sending a message of safety, of calm to your body. And breathe. You might sway side to side. And we're going to cross the legs or let the feet hang out in front of us or the knees bent. So we should be seated at this point. You need to get both palms and wrap them around the ankles. Or you have both palms on the knees. We're pulling on the knees, pulling on the ankles. So our chin is tucked, we are looking straight ahead. We're going to breathe in, opening through the chest, pulling on the knees or pulling on the ankles. Open that chest, keeping that head. Breathe in. And then we're going to exhale, rounding through the shoulders, then rounding through the middle of the back, hugging that belly in. Exhale. Breathe in. Exhale, contracting. Again, in through the nose or out through the mouth. It's okay. Breathing. Exhale. Feeling a connection between breath, body, and mind. We're going to do 3 more, working at your own pace. Breathe in. Exhale. Contracting, rounding through the spine. Breathe in. Exhale, contracting, rounding through. So if I turn to the side, you should be able to see. Breathe in. Opening the chest, bringing the shoulder blades together, arching the back. Exhale, rounding through. Breathe in. And exhale, round through. Let's bring our knees back into the chest, grounding through the feet, and wrap the arms around. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, round through. Okay. Now again, we can have our legs crossed, or we can be laying down. So we're going to inhale, bringing the shoulders up, tensing the palms. Exhale, relax the arms down. Again, if we're seated, we're going to inhale. Shrugs, arms come up, shoulders come up. Exhale, down and release. Inhale. Exhale, down and release. This is our body letting go of any efforts. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Tensing the arms. Exhale, letting go. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, letting go. Now we bring the palms to our shoulders, the elbows pointing out. And we're just going to draw really big circles with those elbows. Breathing in, exhaling out as we round through. 2 more. Making sure we're bringing those elbows together at the front. And then we return opposite way. Opening the chest, expanding through the shoulders. 1 more. And relax. Taking a breath. Exhaling through the mouth, let it go. Okay, we're now going to open the palms out to the side. So the palms are facing forward and our arms are parallel to the mat. You can have your arms cactus if you don't have the space. Now remember, you can also have your back to the wall if you wish to have a bit more of a straight posture. So we're going to inhale, expanding, opening the heart. Externally rotate the shoulders. Exhale, hugging the palms in either side. Inhale, opening myself up. Exhale, I hold myself close. Inhale, opening myself up. Expanding through the chest. Exhale, I hold myself close. Really hugging the arms in. Inhale. And exhale. Feel free to swap the arms one over the other. So left on top of right, and then right on top of left, just to keep that balance. Inhale, opening ourselves up. Exhale, holding ourselves close. Inhale. And exhale. One more time. Breathing in, opening through the belly, the midsection, and the chest. Exhale, hugging ourselves, holding ourselves close, feeling whole, united, connected. Relax the arms. Again, come to either a cross-legged position, or you can have your knees bent. We're going to now find some space inside some structure. So we're going to bring the left arm to the right knee. Now this works as well if you've got your knees bent. We're just going to pull on that right knee. The right arm comes behind the right hip. This is going to become a gentle twist. So I'm looking ahead. Inhale. Expand through the chest. Exhale. Twisting, looking over the right shoulder if it allows. If it doesn't, we can stay looking ahead. This is just a gentle spinal twist. Find some space. Inhale, expand. Exhale to deepen, to soften. And we come back to center. We bring the right arm to the left knee. Again, we are pulling on this. This works the same if you have your knees bent. The left arm comes behind the left hip. Now make sure it's not too far behind. We want it really close. Inhale, expanding. Exhale, twisting. If it allows, looking over the left shoulder. If it doesn't, we can stay looking ahead. Just a gentle, very subtle twist. Inhale, expanding. You can see the crown of my head is facing the ceiling. I'm not looking up, keeping that chin tucked. And then we come back to center. Okay, taking a breath. Okay, we're now going to come to a lying down posture if we can, but we're going to have our feet pressed into the mat. So again, you can have a cushion behind your head. You do not need a cushion though, if you want to have as much of your spine in contact with the mat. Now, if we tuck the chin, it might feel a bit strange. You're getting as much of the spine in contact with the mat, as much of the neck, the crown of the head. So we're going to cactus the arms out to the side. Our feet are as close to the glutes, to the hips as possible. And we're going to just rock the feet, the knees from side to side. So we come to the outside edge of the right foot, the outside edge of the left foot. Now the knee might not come all the way down. That is okay. We don't want too much of the spine to come off. We still want the sit bones to be in contact with the mat. Now if you're lifting to get over, just find your edge. You might wish to put a cushion underneath the knee. We're just going to slowly sway. Inhale up and exhale down. Now we're going to add an alternative option here so you can stay where you are. We're going to look over the left shoulder, so to the left side, and we bring the knees over to the right. So this is a twist for the body, it's a twist for the spine. Breathe in. Exhale, breathe out, come a little bit deeper. Again, you can have a cushion under the knees. And then we come back to center. We look over the right shoulder and we bring the knees to the left. Try and keep the spine in contact with the mat. If it starts to lift, as mine is, we just find our edge. Breathe. Bringing the knees back to center. We're going to hug the knees into the chest now. So pulling them in. Again, you can have a cushion behind your head. Lots of options here. We wrap both arms around, grabbing both elbows, and we might rock side to side. Feeling at home in the body. Feeling safe in the body. Rock side to side. And we can rock back and forth if we wish. Give the back a little bit of a massage. Then we bring both hands under the knees. We're going to rock up and down, breathing in and out if your space allows. And then we come to a seated position. And onto the knees now. So we're going to come into a fetal fold. So what I mean by that is it's kind of child's pose. Now with child's pose, you have both knees open to either side of the mat. Here we're going to bring both knees together. Now, if it feels more comfortable, you can put a cushion in between the glutes, the hips, and the feet. I'm going to be doing that for myself today. I'm just going to walk the hands out. And you can see I'm keeping my hips in contact with the feet, with the cushion. Now, I want the head to come down, and then I'm going to bring the arms behind me. This is a beautiful fetal fold. It should have you feeling safe in your body. Remembering to breathe. We're not holding the breath in any of these positions. And you can rest within yourself, not against yourself. You can remove the cushion if you've got it and have a little play around. I'm going to stay here for 3 more breaths. And feel free to make sound with the breath, a release with the breath. This is where you may feel some tightness in the breath, where your body is holding tension. And we slowly bring the hands out in front of us, lifting ourselves up. Okay, we're going to spin ourselves around. We're going to come into a bit of a returning and an integration of what we have just practiced. You might feel a little bit of energy coursing around the body. You might feel a little bit tender after the touch, a little bit more calmer and safer with the breath. I'm going to come into a body scan now. So what I'd like you to do is lay down. If you have a blanket, it's a really good time to perhaps cover yourselves with this blanket. Get comfortable. So you can have a cushion under the knees. You can have both feet together. You can have as many cushions as you wish under the head. But just try and ground through the spine. We want as much of the spine in contact with the mat as possible. So body temperature tends to fluctuate during this kind of activity, which is why I suggest a blanket or a towel. If you're lying on carpet, you might be feeling the heat of that anyway. So I want you to close the eyes down. Let the feet fall out to the side. Let the chin be tucked and the palms facing the sky, opening yourselves up to receive all the good things that the universe energetically has to offer you in this moment. Close down the eyes. Tune into your breath. Tune into your body. Where does your body feel like home today? You're going to start at the crown of the head. Breathing into that space. Bringing our awareness and our attention to the crown of the head. Just as the breath does, we move our attention slowly down to the third eye, the space between the eyebrows. Bring our attention to this space. As you breathe, that attention and awareness moves to the eyebrows and the temples, round to the ears, responsible for our sense of hearing. What can you hear in this moment? Continuing to breathe, we're not holding the breath. We move our attention to our eyes and our eyelids. Closed. Perhaps you can see a colour behind the eyelids. Moving down to the nose. Feeling the breath moving in and out. Feeling the texture of the air. Moving to the cheeks as they soften, as they relax. Moving down to the jaw. Letting the mouth fall open. Tension falls to the lips and the chin. Now the throat. Bring your awareness and your attention to the throat, the neck, your whole head. Moving down to the shoulders. We start to move down the right side of the body, the right forearm and elbow, the right wrist, bringing our awareness to the palm of our right hand, allowing that energy to expand into the fingers and the thumb. Allowing the awareness to move back up through the right arm, across the collarbone to the left shoulder. Moving down the left arm to the left elbow, left forearm, the wrist, the palm of the hand. Allowing that energy to expand into the fingers and the thumb. As you breathe in, that awareness moves back up the left arm, across the collarbone into the chest. Imagine that awareness is a bright light expanding into your chest, your heart, your lungs, your ribs. Breathe. Exhale, release. Imagining as you breathe in that light, that place that feels like home, expands, gets bigger, and moves in spreads to the rest of your body. The awareness moves around the sides of your body, round to the spine, moving up to the space between the shoulder blades, the nape of your neck, expanding down, releasing anything in those shoulder blades, round to the ribs, bringing your awareness back to the front of the body, the sacrum, the sacral chakra, down into the diaphragm, the stomach, the abdomen, feeling the expansion with the inhale and the contraction with the exhale. We move to the hips, the pelvis, your glutes, working down the right leg, the right thigh, the knee, your shin, ankle, the sole of the right foot, expanding into the toes of the right foot, the entire right leg. And as you breathe, that awareness moves back up through the right leg, across the pelvis to the top of the left leg, the left hip flexor, the left thigh, the left knee, the left shin, ankle, the sole of the left foot, the toe, the whole left leg. As you breathe, being aware of your entire body. Knowing that you belong because you exist. You belong not because of what you do, but because of who you are. There's nothing to prove, nothing to fix. With each breath, becoming more aware of your body in this moment. What parts of your body have responded today when you listened? What could it feel like to trust that you are enough? Where in your body did you feel it? What part of your body feels most like home in this moment? And which element of this practice has brought you closer to that feeling of belonging? As you lay in Shavasana, aware of your body, aware of your mind, and aware of your breath, all being interconnected and working together, understanding that the place you've been trying to get to is already within you. Take a big breath in and exhale, release through the mouth. One more. And a final time. Bringing the knees into the chest if it feels right in this moment. Placing both arms around, grabbing the elbows, giving yourself a big hug, perhaps rocking side to side. Just taking a moment to ground yourself in your home, in your body, in your safety, in the calm, soft space that you have created. Now this is the close of the practice. You can stay in your Shavasana as long as you wish. But may this sense of belonging ripple into the day and the choices that you make, the breaths that you take. Om Shanti Namaste. And that means peace, and the light within me sees and recognizes the light within you. Thank you for joining me for today's stillness session. Take care of yourself. Take care of others. Namaste.